Mustangs in his 15th.
Game Day, live from
Kearney, Nebraska,
is built by the
Dr. Cogswell,
proud sponsor of college football's premier pregame show.
First of all, I want to welcome everyone to the 2020 football virtual presentation of Activities Banquet. Kind of an odd year at how things are playing out, but this presentation is going to be really good, and we hope you enjoy it. First of all, I want to thank all the coaches for the hard work they put into the season that we had, the time commitment that it takes to have a successful season, and all the work that they did. Administration for the support that they gave us, our fans, the number of fans we had at games, plus the number of team meals we had. Spouses as well for the time away from them that they had to keep the house up and going. And also, last but not least, these players for hard work and dedication they put in starting last summer. Coaches, would you like to add anything before we move on?
Sounds good.
I want to know where Mr. Yates's body went.
Right around my teeth.
I don't know if you noticed, but Coach Yates and myself are live from Kearney, Nebraska, the site of the state championship game. Coach Hobbs is live from his workplace, and Coach Wirtz is live from high school football game day in Bristol, Connecticut. So before we get started on the synopsis of the season, I do want to talk about a story about one of our coaches. We were up at Santee playing this past season, and the other coaches decided to get together and play a little joke on Coach Wirtz. We had talked about how it costs money to get into the press box. So we told him it was going to cost $5 for him to get in the press box. He didn't have any money. Well, so he wasn't going to be allowed to be in there. Well, so Coach Weiss and myself gave him $5 for the fee, and he went over there. And as he was going over there, the other coaches were dying laughing on the sidelines. He was trying to use the $5 to get in, and it was funny all around. Something that really got that trip going, because it's such a long trip, and to watch him try to do that was a joy to watch and funny for the rest of the coaches. But the worst part about it is, though, he kept my $5. So that's what I get in trouble for. Synopsis of the season. First off, we had an undefeated regular season, went 8-0, first time in school history. We finished second in Class D6 in total rankings at the end of the season. One of the highlights of the postseason, going to Cody and upsetting them. I guess if you call it an upset, they were probably the favorite team going out to their place after some of the things they had accomplished throughout the playoffs. So it was kind of gratifying to go out there in a hostile environment and get a big win out there. Of course, playing in a state title game the following week against a quality Harvard team. First time in Kearney, Nebraska, first time ever at a state title game. Something that hopefully that I know as coaches we won't ever forget, and I'm sure the kids will never forget either. And something hopefully we can build on for the upcoming season. The New York Times lady came out before our playoff game with Crawford, did a nice story throughout the week on the team, and then spent the day of the game with us and in the gym with us before the game, and had a nice article in the paper. So a lot of publicity for our team and our community as well. So that was kind of a neat deal. Overall, again, our best season in McCool football history, being 11-1, finished second in the state. Some of our statistical highlights: we had Dana Hobbs rush for 1,400 plus yards. Owen McDonald rushed for 900 plus yards. Defensively, Chase Wilkinson led the state in interceptions with 7. Dana Hobbs had 90 plus tackles plus 6 interceptions as well. Some of our scoring: Owen McDonald had 31 total touchdowns and 38 PAT kicks. Dana had 42 total touchdowns. Kickoffs: Owen had 37 kickoffs for 1,500 plus yards, and Caden Kirkpatrick had 38 kickoffs for 1,100 plus yards. Statistically, both offensively and defensively, we're at the top or near the top of Class D6 as well in both categories. So when you're at the top of both those, a lot of good things are happening. Our award nominees, which are in your packet that you'll get to read when they get sent to you, but we had 6 guys make all-district team: Dana, Owen, Caden, Chase, Brad, and Caden Bristol all made some sort of an all-district team. Our York News Times all-area was Dana was a co-captain, first teamer. Owen and Chase and Caden Kirkpatrick were also first-team all-area team kids. Our all-state players: Dana was the offensive player a year in 6-man, which was a kind of a neat deal, and then a first-team offensive player as well. Owen was a first-team player. Caden Kirkpatrick was a first-team player, and Chase Wilkinson was a first-team player. So to have four kids on a first-team All-State usually means you had a pretty good season. Dana also had been selected to play in the 6-man All-Star game in Shadron, which was scheduled for June 6th. It has now been rescheduled for Saturday, July 18th. So hopefully everybody notes that change. Coaches, anything to add before we get into our award part of it?
Dana's selection to the American team.
Yes, Dana was also selected to the Canadian American USA team, football team, which was scheduled for July 4th in Lambert, Montana. However, according to some coaches, it probably won't happen just because of Canada's inability to get across the border. So, but he was selected to play in that, along with 2 Harvard kids and a Creek Valley kid. So kudos to him. Awards this year. I was talking with Coach Yates and Coach Wirtz earlier in the school year about awards, and every year, we usually hand out offensive and defensive and MVPs and things like that. However, with the success that a lot of our kids had, I think it was unfair to give one award to somebody when another kid had just a similar amount of yards or receptions or tackles or what it may be. But we did do the Kirk White Award as we would every year. And the Kirk White Award this year, I would think, it seems like every year it goes to a kid that busts his tail and works extremely hard each and every day and really puts in the time. And when it comes game time, gives his heart and effort and playing ability and athletic ability into doing those things. So our award winner this year is Dana Hobbs for the Kirk White Award. So congratulations to Dana. Well done. You represented that award really well. So, and again, I think that was a foregone conclusion that Dana deserved that. So congratulations to him. Also, thank you to Matt Barrett for coming out this year. I know it's been a tough year for him. We appreciate his time and willingness he put in to help making the team better as well. With that, I will leave it to our coaches before we move on to our last little presentation. As far as before the other coaches say anything, with the summer still up in the air as far as what the NSA is going to allow us to do, things are kind of there's a lot of unknowns right now what we're going to be able to do with the kids this summer. So whatever you can be doing, I know Coach Yates, and I'll let him talk about it, but I know Coach Yates has sent out some information and Coach Wirtz has sent out some information about the things that can be done to make sure we keep staying above the line and staying above everybody else, because everybody else is in the same boat as well. So with that, I will let them talk about that a little bit.
Hey, I was just gonna say, guys, that just real proud of you guys for this season. I've been able to coach for a number of years, and this was towards the top of some of the most enjoyable seasons I've been a part of. Of course, it's always fun to win, but it is a fun group of kids to work with, and I care deeply about each and every one of you. Appreciate all the effort from all the other coaches. I think together we have a good time as coaches, and I think that just carries over and helps out our whole team. I really look forward to this next year. I think we can really do some great things. It doesn't just happen though, because there's always somebody coming from behind that's hungry. So we got to be hungrier, and we got to keeping on with everything. Again, I've really gotten this big kick about speed. It's hard to, I think speed dominates. So again, we've been sending you resources about what you can do to get faster. You can also be doing some workouts at home, and I hope that you are. Because I promise there are kids on other teams that are getting that done. So like Coach Weiss says, we have to stay ahead of the curve. Again, these are unprecedented times, and we just have to work unprecedentedly at home on our own then. But again, real proud of you guys this year. It was a very fun year, and I hope that this field that Coach Weiss and I are standing on right now at this exact moment, honestly, we're right there. I really hope to return there, and I hope that this invisible metal here, it's blending in with there. We can kind of see it. My backgrounds are blending together, if you didn't notice. I hope this metal can be a little shinier next year. But at the end of the day, I look forward to working with you guys again and having another fun season.
Well, for my part, I guess I've had it marked a little bit of an end for me for this year. Since 2004, I've had a kid on the team. This will be the first time since 2004, I believe. Maybe it was 2003, 2004 that I haven't had a kid on the football team. So it's going to be interesting for me. But like you guys know, I never really coached my kids anyway. I always let the other coaches handle those guys and whatever they want to do. So, but I've coached most of you kids since in Pee-wees, and I really look forward to this season a lot because my seasons are being numbered now, getting kind of time. I think I've been with the football team since 2001, 2002, that year when I started, and not coaching the first couple of years, but still part of the team, doing stats and whatnot. So this recent success we've had the past 2 years, it's been great. I'm glad for you kids. I think a lot of times for us coaches, we like it too, but our heart is really about teaching football and teaching fundamentals and teaching the team concept. And but winning's a lot more fun, obviously. But as you can tell through this past season, the Silver Lake game for one, it wasn't a great time coaching that game. We won handily, but there was a lot of things we need to work on. I think if we stay ahead of the curve, like coaches are saying, getting our conditioning in, getting faster, getting stronger, and you guys have to do it on your own now, then, our beginning curve maybe we'll stay on top, and cruise, not cruise. We're going to work hard, but we don't want to be working on a lot of stuff early on that's going to distract from our game plans and our concepts. So be physically fit and get faster, get stronger. So I think you guys know what we need to do. We just need to get up in the morning and go do it.
Well, I think, again, you had a great season. Success is not an accident. If you want to get back to where we were last year, you'll be putting in the time and effort now. And I'm excited to get this show on the road. And we're not taking one snap, one practice, one play, nothing for granted this year. All right? It's all about the Mustangs. It's all about accomplishing what we want to accomplish this year.
One thing about it being 19 and, if my calculations are right, 19-3 the past 2 years, we now all of a sudden are becoming the hunted instead of the hunters. So there's going to be everybody that's going to be after us next year on the schedule. We're not going to have one easy path to anywhere. So everybody's going to be wanting to come after us. So hopefully, the goal, obviously being 19-3, we want to be 31-3 by the end of next year. And that'd be a great feat. With that being said, now we want to kind of move on here. We're going to do a little college game day work. And again, coaches, we're going to kind of just add in as we go here. I think this will be kind of a fun part of it. I'm going to start by giving off a couple schools. names, and you guys can add in what you think on their win-loss total, what you think they're going to be like. Just have a little fun with it. Some of the top picks, our first school, some of the top picks people were saying preseason coming out. A team that's dropping down actually from 8-man is the Paxton Tigers. Coaches, any thoughts on the Paxton Tigers win-loss, over-unders? What do you guys think?
When I set the over-unders.
Yep.
Over-under, I've heard nothing but tremendous things about the Paxton Tigers, I think.
They have a polar bear in the restaurant.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
They don't even know who they are.
The over-under that I'm going to set for the Paxton Tiger Polar Bears is 12 wins.
You know, they have a great restaurant. They live way out west. That's a long ways away. I think 12 wins, that's a great line, but I'm going to go under. Definitely under.
Who's going to beat them?
That's a great pick, Coach Wirtz. I'm going as well. Under 12.
Yeah, absolutely under.
Okay, our next team that has a chance to make some hay this year and be a part of a state championship game situation is the Cody Kilgore Cowboys. Coach Yates.
I'm sorry, but this one kind of hits me in the heart a little bit here. I actually have kind of an interesting number on Cody Kilgore Polar Bears or whatever they are, Cowboys. I'm going to set the over-under as -4 wins. -4 wins on the season. They will actually – Go ahead. Sorry.
Not so fast. Not so fast here, buddy. All right. They have a great running game coming back. They have top-notch facilities, especially their bathrooms. If you have been there, you come out of there going, wow, that's top-notch. All right, Cody Kilgore, over -4 wins. Close. It's a close one, but over.
Again, I'm gonna have to go with Coach Wirtz on this one. One of the most impressive things is the scaffolding leading to the press box. I mean, when you have something like that, I'm saying over 5 wins.
Can I add something real quick to the scaffolding? What does it cost to get into the press box there for the coaching staff? Do they charge $5 or with that scaffolding so they can upgrade it? Do they charge a quarter to get in so they can upgrade that scaffolding? What is it?
You got to bring your own van.
Oh,
Yes.
That's right.
Bring a pickup, bring bands.
BYOV, sorry, BYOF. And fans.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, next up on the list of contenders, a team that's kind of returning back some athletic ability. They kind of struggled last year a little bit, maybe, new coach coming into the system, but the Dexter Dragons. What's your guys' thoughts on the Dragons?
I don't like talking about Deschler.
No.
But I have to. It's upside down.
Shoot.
Wow. Now it says wow. Deschler Dragons. Again, right in the heart from situations in past. I'm going to say, though, new coaching staff, we're going to set the over-under at 5.5 wins.
Not so fast, my friend. Not so fast. They're returning a lot of talent. They got a good coach down there. I'm going 8+ wins. And a little bitty run in the playoffs.
Well, I don't know if you can see in the background, some fans are holding signs outside game day. It looks like you guys have a political future if you guys wanted it. I'm going to be honest. I don't even remember what the line was. So what did you go over or under?
I went over. I got him 8+ wins.
Oh, I'm going to go under then. I'm going against Weissman. Not so fast.
Hey, and then last but not least.
Did Coach Hobbs give his over-under?
Did he give Coach Hobbs over-under?
I would say, is this including the playoffs?
Yeah.
The playoffs?
Talking about
playoffs.
Oh, regular season, you don't get the 8 wins. They got hit Red Cloud.
So you're taking under is what you're saying.
I'm taking under.
Okay. Well, show's running out of time. We got a big football game coming on here in about a couple minutes. Our last pick. And again, you know myself, Mr. Corso, makes the hit here pick coming up here. What do you think about the Mustangs from McCool, gentlemen? A lot of promise from what I've been hearing.
I've heard about them. They're that team way out west. McCool.
McCool.
Oh, I've heard a lot about them. I read about them in the New York Times. This is the first time in the history of the Bear that I cannot make a prediction. I believe it all comes down to how bad they want it, how much effort they're going to put in, and how many I don't have a number.
As you know, I can't pick this game. I'll be calling the game from the scaffolding. I have to pay big money to get the seats there, so I can't call this game. But just knowing what I know about the Mustangs, they have a lot of talent coming back. They have some players that need to step up and fill some roles that they weren't, in last year. I think it's going to be a very exciting year for them. I think they have a lot of potential, but all that matters is the score on the scoreboard at the end of the day. So I'm excited. I think they can do some great things, but really I'm just going to let them do the talking for me. I'm not going to give a prediction. I'm not going to say much, but I'm excited to watch these guys get after it. So it's going to be a great year.
Well, for my bit, I would say let's go 1-0. That's the next thing we got to do. And then we'll see what happens after that.
You guys,
that's how you build. That's how you take it.
You guys are all all too nice. But not so fast, gentlemen. Give me that headgear.
Oh,
What's he going to do?
I got the Mustangs reigning supreme in 2020 in Kearney, Nebraska.
Yeah!
Play that fight song. Woo!
Day by day.